Hey guys, so I realize you cannot see me, but I wanted to do a book haul because in the back seat, you probably can't see that, I got some books. How am I supposed to do this? Right, not a good spot. So I actually just wanted to read, I'm going to do a book haul, but I'm going to add this in at the end, I guess, of this video. So this is the first page of George R.R. Martin's A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, which actually takes place before A Game of Thrones. It takes place about 100 years prior to the events in A Game of Thrones. So here's the first, maybe first 2 pages. We'll see. All right, so the spring rains had softened the ground, so Dunk had no trouble digging the grave. He chose a spot on the western slope of a low hill, for the old man had always loved to watch the sunset. Another day done, he would sigh, and who knows what the morrow will bring us, eh, Dunk? Well, one morrow had brought rains that soaked them to the bones, and the one after had brought wet, gusty winds, and the next a chill. By the 4th day, the old man was too weak to ride, and now he was gone. Only a few days past, he had been singing as they rode the old song about going to Gulltown to see a fair maid, but instead of Gulltown, he'd sing of Ashford. Off to Ashford to see the fair maid, hi-ho, hi-ho, Dunk thought miserably as he dug. When the hole was deep enough, he lifted the old man's body in his arms and carried him there. He had been a small man and slim, strip of hauberk helm and sword belt. He seemed to weigh no more than a bag of leaves. Dunk was hugely tall for his age, a shambling, shaggy, big-boned boy of 16 or 17 years. No one was quite certain which. Who stood closer to 7 feet than to 6, and had only just begun to fill out his frame. The old man had often praised his strength. He had always been generous in his praise. It was all he had to give. He laid him out in the bottom of the grave and stood over him for a time. The smell of rain was in the air again, and he knew he ought to fill the hole before it broke. But it was hard to throw dirt down on the tired old face. There ought to be a septon here to say some prayers over him, but he only has me. The old man had taught Dunk all he knew of swords and shields and lances, but had never been much good at teaching him words. I'd leave your sword, but it would rust in the ground, he said at last, apologetic. The gods will give you a new one, I guess. I wish you didn't die, sir. He paused, uncertain what else needed to be said. He didn't know any prayers, not all the way through. The old man had never been much for praying. You are a true knight, and you never beat me when I didn't deserve it, he finally managed. All right, I'm going to stop there because this is like a long video now. This might just be its own video. So, I'm going to stop there, and all right, guys. Well, maybe I'll read another chapter randomly.